Hello and happy World Intellectual Property Day. My name is Dids MacDonald and I'm the Chief Executive of Anti-Copying in Design. And what better way to celebrate than by championing British design? And it's true, we're actually rather good at it in the UK. Just look at 2018, where design contributed £85.2 billion to the UK's GVA and actually provides jobs for 1.69 million people in design and design skills. As we're hopefully emerging from the enormity of a global pandemic within a post-Brexit era, one of the strongest unique selling points for UK growth is that we're a nation that is IP rich. I'm here today on World Intellectual Property Day 2021 with the Shadow Secretary of State for International Trade, Emily Thornberry, who's also the constituency MP for one of the most densely populated London areas for design, right here in the heart of Clerkenwell. It's home to more creative businesses than anywhere else on the planet, making it one of the most important hubs in the world. The World Intellectual Property Day 2021 theme is IP and SMEs, taking ideas to market. So Emily, thank you so much for taking part. And I'd like to ask you, why are IP rights, and in particular design, so important to the UK's growth strategy as we emerge post-pandemic?
So you're right. You were saying earlier that my constituency is full of creative people, and they're a huge asset to our country. Ideas are the essence, aren't they? And they, of course, have suffered more than, everyone has suffered during this pandemic pretty much, but small businesses, independent people who are self-employed have suffered particularly. And those involved in design, I think, have had a really hard time. As people come out of, their homes and are able to speak to one another again, I think it will be an enormously creative time, and a country as creative as ours will be at the forefront of it. I do think, like it was in the Roaring '20s, we will have it again, and people will begin to. There will be, all kinds of a great stew of ideas, and I think that we will begin to see Britain as it comes out of the chrysalis at its best. So the question is then, whilst we can guarantee that those ideas will be coming forward, what we need to be careful about is to make sure that people have their intellectual property rights protected and that they're not taken advantage of, particularly smaller businesses and self-employed people.
So, Emily, what are the essential IP must-haves in negotiating trade agreements?
So it does seem to me that, when I've spoken to different businesses, there are lots of different things that people need. So it depends on their particular circumstances. It depends on the sort of industry that they're in. But when we are negotiating trade deals, I think that is not an excuse to be lazy. I think that what we need to do, as we always need to do in politics, is listen to people and learn from them, find out what it is that is required and what is necessary, and what the threats, the challenges and opportunities that there are with particular trade deals, but make sure that we're looking after our people and make sure that we're looking after our creatives and ensuring that their rights are protected and that, we look after the best of us.
Excellent. So on World Intellectual Property Day, what is your final message to designers?
I think my final message to designers is we know that you're there. We appreciate the work that you do. We appreciate that you are the best of us, that we have always been at our best a creative nation. And we as politicians need to make sure that we protect you, look after your interests, and ensure that you continue to go from strength to strength. As we come out of this terrible pandemic, we need to make sure that we protect the best of us and we promote the best of us. And that's what intellectual property is about.
Emily Thornberry, thank you so much.
Not at all.